Hi and welcome to episode 4 in my video series about knitting hats. In this episode I am going to show you how I fold this lining into the hat and sew it to the wrong side. Here I have started by knitting this lining and a folding edge. And now when the whole hat is finished, I'm going to show you how I fold it to the wrong side and attach it. If you are interested in the pattern for this hat, you can check the video description, and there you will find links to the shops where the pattern is sold. So now we will just get started. And now I will begin to attach the folding edge to the wrong side of the hat. So what I'll do is to fold this part, this lining, into the hat towards the wrong side, and I will stitch it to attach it, and it'll look like this. When I attach it, I must be careful that I stitch this column of stitches here to the same column of stitches on the hat itself. And to make sure I do that and that I do not attach it pulled to the side like this, I either begin to sew and I look at both sides and I follow the column of stitches to see if I get them straight on top of each other, or I can use a knitting needle and I can do like this. Here I have the hat and I stick it through one stitch here, and I follow that column of stitches and I try to stick it through the same column of stitches on the lining here. So I follow here. Okay, that's good. And then I fold it double like this and secure it there. And I find another knitting needle and I do the same again. Here perhaps. Like this. Fold it double and I secure it. And now it looks like this, and when I turn it to the wrong side, I know that the stitches between my needles here, the stitches in the lining, are the same, or are the same columns of stitches that I have between the needles here on the hat. So as long as I don't pull this, it's much easier to see if this column of stitches goes to one of the sides. And when I have done this, I can get my needle. Yeah, here I have my yarn end. I made it too short to be of any use attaching this lining, so I have found another piece of yarn here So next step is that I check that both layers are flat towards each other and that I have the folding edge here at the end, so it's not pulled to one of the sides. And then I just find a place to begin. And I make one stitch. And I have many yarn floats and 2 colors, so it can be difficult to find a suitable place to put the needle, but you have to just check all the time that it's flat towards each other, and then just try and look and see if I can find somewhere to attach the yarn without going to the right side here so that it is visible, but sticking the needle through the purl side of the yarn, or whatever feels like a good place to attach. I make sure I do not pull my yarn too tight, because if I do, this will not be elastic and the hat will not be as comfortable to wear. And if I make it very tight, it will also be more visible on the right side that I have been sewing here. So now I will continue until I get to this needle. Then I can pull this one out and place it here instead, and this way I will work around the hat until I finish here. And when I do, I'll get back to you and show you the result. Hei og velkommen til del 4 av serien min om å strikke luer. I denne episoden her så skal jeg vise hvordan jeg fester brettekanten når den skal sys fast på vrangsida på lua. For da har jeg strikket dette foret her først, så laget en kant, og nå er lua ferdig, og jeg kommer til å vise hvordan jeg bretter den inn og syr den fast. Så da setter vi bare i gang. Vær så god.